Hey there, everybody. Douglas Scott McCarran. I'm holding an acoustic bass. This is a new toy for me. Um, and I'm discovering it's very different. I play classical and flamenco guitar, and you can't really play with that style here. For instance, in flamenco, you hit the chords like this, out and back in, out, back in. Well, these strings are about, I don't know, 2, 3 times thicker than what's on my normal guitar. So if I go like this, you know, it's going to hurt. And if I come back up pulling on it, it's going to hurt pulling on my nails. So it's kind of interesting because it's sort of like a guitar, but it's very different. Plus, I'm practicing on the Spanish 8-tone scale, which is kind of fun. Um, it's, for those of you who know music, it's got, instead of 7 notes and then you come up to your octave, it's actually got 8 notes. And I've seen people on YouTube and the internet have this whole complicated, you flat this and sharp this and on and on. That has nothing to do with anything. There was this school of teaching music to non-musicians where they took the standard major scale and made that the basis to teach everything from. And it becomes very confusing when you get into other systems that aren't based on that. So it's actually just 1 fret, 2 fret, sort of 1 of 1, 1 of 2, 3 of 1, and then so it goes. A half step is a fret, 2 frets is a whole step. So it's half a step, a whole step, half, 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 whole, whole, whole. And it's kind of interesting because, for instance, an E chord has an E, a G, and a B. Well, and when you play this, it's E, F, G, G sharp, A, B flat. And there's your G chord. So the one E chord, the bass chord, is supposed to be what you resolve to. Well, this doesn't sound very resolving. So I'm having all sorts of fun trying to figure out how this system works. I have a very hard time talking and playing at the same time. I don't know why that is, but I'm always fascinated by people who can do that. Not so much, singers who just kind of strum chords and sing. That doesn't intrigue me. But I've watched people sing and play lead, and I'm just kind of like, how do you do that? But this is fun. I like the depth of the notes. So you got, that's somewhat in the guitar range, and then this. I'm sure there's bass players that are watching this going, oh my Lord, the guy can barely play. Well, that's true. I've been at it 2 weeks. What do you want? But just the boom, boom. I almost got a 5-string. I had an even deeper one, but in a way I'm glad I didn't because I'm having enough trouble intellectually wrapping my head around this. it's like I've got, when I start when I was 14, I'm 70. So 56 years of playing guitar, and now suddenly it's like, it doesn't work. But my classical training helps me because I can sort of kind of piece things together. But anyway, I just wanted to share my new toy with you. I have discovered why it is bass players quite often you'll see them with their thumb up here on this deep string. And I think it's because if you listen, how that goes on forever. I think they go, because then it doesn't. Especially in this acoustic, I'm really noticing it because the body picks up the wavelengths and it bounces them around so they don't die off very quick. Anyway, it's my new toy. It's not a top of the line bass. I think it was like $89. My guitar is a couple $1,000, but this is more like, I wonder how this. I like figuring out how things go. So it's kind of like, I wonder what makes this work. I'm not planning on being John Entwistle. I'm also seeing people doing that slapping thing. Don't have that figured out yet. Anyway, sharing my thing here. Really cool. Anyway, I think I mentioned in my thing about inversions, I started thinking about that because I've been playing this bass. So you'd be doing that like playing in, the guitar player is playing a D, you could be going G, F sharp. And then the Spanish scale with the very, very wild. My brain is adjusting. I really like it. One of the things that's interesting about classical music is a lot of people, including me, when I first got into it, it's like, oh man, it's so structured, it's so rigid, it's so this or that. But this is true if you just stay within the pattern. But in classical music, once you learn the pattern, then you start, the structure of it all. It's kind of assumed you're going to start messing around with things. And so you can sit here and be going through all these various key changes, like, and it's very interesting in the sense that in a bass, it's actually easier to follow. I think maybe it's because the notes are closer together and they resonate much deeper. But I'm really enjoying it. So anyway, personal share here. As always, 50 steps to guitar greatness on my website, dsmccarron.com. And I'll see you next time. Check you out. Bye.